Hi, my name is Sofia Francisco. I am born in the Philippines and I was raised there until third grade, so when I was 7. And then I moved to Oman to do my schooling there. And then until 10th grade, I did online school in the Philippines, but I still stayed in Oman. And then I moved here for college.
So how was it like growing up in Philippines?
Well, if I were to say one thing, it's hot, it's humid, it's very, very traffic, and it's rainy. And that sounds really bad, but to me, it's really nostalgic. And it just ties up all of my childhood memories in like one sentence or like four phrases. Like the environment that I grew up in. I lived in this village, we call it barangay in the Philippines. This little village in Pasay in Manila. That's where I grew up. And the atmosphere, the environment, the people, the community there, it's just very nostalgic. They were really nice. There is a celebration that we have called the fiesta. It's derived from Spanish of fiesta, like feast. Basically, in every like area of the Philippines, there's a fiesta for a certain saint. So in our like area, we have a fiesta for San Isidro, which is a saint. And during these fiestas, we serve food. There's like singing, dancing, performances. Sometimes there's parades as well. I remember attending one when I was younger. It was so fun. The food was so good. The dances, the singing, especially the singing. Singing is a big thing in the Philippines.
You mentioned sinking. So I want to ask, is there any media that is consumed from the Philippines that to this date is like really close to your heart?
From what I can remember, I used to watch a lot of Filipino movies with my mom, but not when I was in the Philippines. It was when I was in Oman. Some of them were made by this like kind of news network called ABS-CBN, but they do make a lot of movies, a lot of movies. It's basically the whole film industry at this point. And in terms of like TV shows, also ABS-CBN, they make a lot of shows. For example, On the Wings of Love. There's a lot of rom-coms actually that I watched, and like those like drama, soap opera-ish types of shows. And in terms of music, there's OPM, which stands for Original Pinoy Music. So, for example, like one of the recent things that I can think of is Zach Tabudlo. He's an artist. He sang Pano and Habang Buhay. But some of the older songs that I listened to that I like got the taste from my dad and my mom is more of like Tagalog rock.
So what is Filipino food like?
In my opinion, delicious. I don't know if that's like, just me, but in fiestas, there's always lechon, which is a whole roasted pig, like on a stick. They would roast it like that. And then they would just like take parts of it, not like with their hands as well. Just take parts of it, rip it out.
What is like that one Filipino thing to do? And it's like a bonding experience between all these Filipinos.
Okay. If it's an activity, then definitely karaoke. That's I do that all the time. My parents do it, my friends do it, my family does it, my extended family does it. My people in my neighborhood do it. Like outside, they would just go into their backyards, set up like a karaoke stall thing with the karaoke machine and just sing. You would hear it at night as well, just people singing. And I guess to some it would be kind of annoying, but to me it kind of feels like I'm back home. So yeah, Filipino music, Western music like English music, and K-pop music, I would say, is like the main karaoke songs that they would sing.
Any final thoughts you would like to share?
My thoughts about Filipino culture. As a whole, it's very much based around community, based around like getting together, very familial. And it's also really based on food, is what I'm noticing now as I speak. But yeah, like those fiestas, it's also very religious now that I think about it. Like Christmas, the fiestas are also about religion, technically, because we're celebrating the saints. And Simangabe, Christmas, there's also this holiday called All Souls Day and All Saints Day. All Saints Day is where we celebrate the saints again, but All Souls Day is where we kind of visit our loved ones who passed away in the cemetery. We like clean their graves, or if they're cremated, we kind of like visit. give them flowers, and we just hang out in the graveyard. I remember when I was maybe 4, me and my parents, we went to the graveyard and we just played tennis there. That's kind of how All Souls Days go. And it's a non-working day in the Philippines as well, so it's very, very important. So yeah, I think that kind of stuff is what embodies the Filipino culture, in my opinion.
I think you've perfectly summed it up. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.